There's probably cat noises throughout this whole video. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sonia and I really like palettes, so my first couple of videos back are going to be all about palettes. Today's video is a collab with one of my really good friends, Kathleen. I'm going to link her channel down below, and we decided that we're going to film a video if we could only keep 10. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out who created this. It could be Annette's Makeup Corner. I could be wrong. I'll put it here somewhere. It's kind of equally split between neutral and colorful. Right now, most of my palettes are colorful. I'm attracted to anything colorful. I used to not really wear color, and then through the pandemic I decided that I would try it and I love it, and now I'm overflowing in colorful indie palettes, but that's okay because they're my favorite and I feel really happy owning them. I'll start off with the neutral palettes. They are mostly Natasha Denona. I'll start with the two non-Natasha Denona ones. So the first one is a really old palette and I have it all scuffed up. It's my ABH and Mario palette. This is one of the two ABH palettes that I've kept in my collection since I've gone very indie. This palette is so beautiful and I love it a lot. Anytime that I go to a concert or anything like that, I don't know why I pull this out. I can do a look within like 5 minutes, easy peasy. Still works great even though it's like 5 years old. Second one is a bit newer. I got this a few months ago. This is the Oden's Eye Alva 2 palette. These are the colors upside down. I have a hard time explaining the formula of their shimmers. Most of them are toppers, but over top of a glitter base. They pop, they're sparkly, and I just love sparkly lit shades right now, especially in the Oden's Eye formula. I love it, and there's a couple other indie brands that do something similar. One of my other palettes for sure has this formula, but if I'm going for, so okay, before I keep going, if I want, I try to do this strategically. Like, these are not necessarily my 10 most favorite, most used palettes, but if I'm only going to have 10 palettes, I want to be able to do all the looks that I want to do. So there's neutral looks that I would wear to work, right? There's a cool tone neutral, there's a warm tone neutral, there's a mauvey pinky neutral. So I just wanted to make sure all my bases were covered. And then for colorful eyeshadows, I wanted, you know, the full spectrum of the rainbow, but I wanted really impactful shimmers. I wanted neon, I wanted grungy, bright. I think only one of the palettes has some pastel in it, but I like pastels. None of the ones in my collection I really want to talk about in this video, but yeah. So anyway, so the first one was this. This is just like a neutral. I don't even think, I'm really bad at like figuring out undertones, but this to me, I mean, there's some warm shadows down here and some cool, but it's mostly like neutral, I feel, when I look at this palette. This is obviously like pinky, mauvey, whatever, and has two yellows, which I've used and I really like. So this is the Alva. Is this Alva 2? I said Alva 2. This is just Alva, the original. Alright, so next was more warm, bronzy, and the rest of these three palettes are Natasha Denona. So the first one is the bronze palette. I like this a lot. I'm looking in the viewfinder and it doesn't look like it's been used a lot, but I've definitely used this quite a bit, considering I have so many palettes in my collection. So the bronze would be one, and the Glam would be another. This one I haven't used as much as I've used the bronze, but I always need these colors in my collection. It's easy to wear, no matter who you are. And then the fifth kind of neutral, kind of half neutral, kind of half colorful, is the Natasha Denona Metropolis. Yeah, Metropolis palette. This one I've used a lot. Like looking at it, I can tell. But it's very warm. But there's also some like beautiful, rich greens and blues that make me so excited. Some nice oranges and reds. Gold, so much gold. Couple of brown. Anyways. I just dropped my palette, so I don't know if I put the colors in the right spots, but alright. So my fifth one that I would want to keep if I could only keep 10 would be the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. Now we're going into my colorful palettes. So this one, I'm going to have an honorable mention here because I really like green palettes a lot. And I was looking through my green palettes, but this is the one that just speaks to me. And when I see this, I really want to wear like all of the colors together, but mostly these. Oh, be chill. This is the Oden's Eye Alva 2 Mini Forest palette. But this blue with this like this green and this like pinky color, I don't know, it's so pretty. And then also like adding in a peach or something with this look. I don't know. I love this so much, and it beat out the one that I actually went to pull for. But when I was looking through them, like, ooh, I kind of like that one better. It's this Erd palette. It's so pretty. But this is not in the list. This one replaced this one in my 10 if I could only keep 10. But I can keep them all. Next is for grungy looks, but also a lot of like one shadow looks. This is newer to my collection, but I've been reaching for it a lot, like every day that I work. This is the Shroud Arcana palette, especially this color here called Familiar, and then this one Nocturnal, like smudged with a finger on the lid, blended out. It's like the easiest eyeshadow look for a day of Zoom calls, you know? And beautiful jewel colors, perfect grungy rainbow. And I love it a lot. This one you can't get anymore, but I think it's in a lot of people's favorites. It's Club Nebula. The Club Nebula has those like topper shadows that pop a lot when you put a glitter base down that I was mentioning with Oden's Eye, but I love this palette a lot. Yeah, this one is like in my favorites. Next is what I have on my eyes right now. This is the Midas Perception palette. It is a collaboration with the Basic Bee, I think. I didn't know who she was before this collaboration, but I follow her now, and her looks are like bomb. What? Chill. So for this look that I'm wearing right now, I used this green color in the middle, open mine. I wanted to use like the neon-y colors. They don't look so neon in there, but they look neon in real life. And then in the middle, I used the color Evolve, and then Fusion. All over the lid, I used Psyche, which is this gorgeous color. It's a multi-chrome. It shifts from like blue, green, pink, like fuchsia. And then I tried to deepen it up with this purple, and I used this black. I used this black for the liner. And last but certainly not least, I needed a rainbow palette. I'm trying to hide the mirror. The mirror reflects on the ceiling with the lights, and my cat is sitting beside me. She goes crazy when she sees light reflecting. She thinks, I don't know, she's about to die or something. And anyways, it is this palette. My last favorite. Last, if I could only keep 10, is this rainbow palette. The only thing that I don't have a whole lot of are yellows in this, like, if I could only keep 10, but there's a couple yellows, like there's those yellows in the Alva, and there's a yellow here. It's not like I do yellow a whole lot. Did I even say what this was? This is the BPerfect Carnival XL Pro palette with Stacey Marie. Okay. This one, you can do anything really. You got some cool tone neutrals, some warm tone neutrals, some blues and greens and like reddy colors, purples, some really warm reds and oranges and yellows over here, and then you have some face highlights. I haven't used these on my face, I don't think. I don't really wear highlight anymore, but unless it's like super glittery, and only if I'm like staying home because I just think it's so pretty. But in real life, I don't really wear highlighter anymore. The Kaleidos highlighters are like top notch. And for me anyway. Those are the 10 palettes I would keep if I could only keep 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe. I don't know when I'll be posting it. I know I want to do a palette collection video, which I might just do right now. It might be up for this, or it might not even exist yet. I don't know. But since I'm sitting here and everything's set up, I may as well just film it. So anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Brownie. What are you doing?